that ball out of the park or make me pay for it in some way, he's not going to be at the big league or even the pro level for very long, let alone probably NC2A. That, if you ask most hitters where they want to pitch, that outer half up, right? And I've said it a million times now. Granted, you have to hit the ball the other way. You've got to place the ball. You have to defend against the breaking ball. So there is, for sure, a lot of time and place where you've got to go the other way with the ball, right? Because the pitcher is in command. But when we're talking about the hitting counts, one strike or less, where we're aggressive as hitters, where we're eating fastball, we're hunting fastball. If you throw me a breaking ball and I miss it, or I let it go, I still alive because now it's only 2 strikes. When we're talking about those counts, it's being improperly taught, you still hit the ball the other way. So, are you going to get your base hit? Yeah, you're going to get your base hit. Are you going to have the high batting average? Yeah. But are you going to get to the next level where we live? You really most likely will not, because you're going to have the guys who take those pitches and put them into the stands. And so how do you do this, right? They don't teach you this stuff because they don't know about it. They don't know that head placement on your load out, and more importantly, your stance is probably the most important aspect of setting your entire swing and approach up, is your stance. Right? People are like, just stand here and kind of, oh man, there's so many things that go into your stance. And basically, what I always tell everybody is, if you're going to sit down, would you sit down from standing up and then dropping down, or would it be harder to sit down from a kneeling position, right? Obviously, we know it's the kneeling position, so what I'm trying to say is, the better your starting position, the more opportunity you have to execute the action, right? So if we've got a great starting position, or we're driving through our heels and we're not going at the ball with our front shoulder in our loadout, to some degree you don't really need to teach the swing, because the swing will always be there. Kinesiology and scientific theorem, Newton's laws, energy principles, things that are proven, that are scientific fact, not theory, all state the same thing, which is this. It's basically, if you're trying to move energy, you have to have an equal and opposite reaction for it, right? And when we're trying to move energy up, we obviously have to have an opposite force. So proportions, dynamic balance, not balance, but dynamic balance, which is basically tug of war, right? So equal and opposite, creating one center or focal point along with the counterbalances. They all play into the ideal of your head is not what hits, it's your lower half. Your lower half has to be proportionate, and then if it's utilized at the right time, where it creates, supports, and sinks the energy, and the energy load moves up properly into the swing and the thrust, right? I mean, you talk about, whatever hitting.
We got a lot of questions too popping in just in general.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna just start throwing out a couple. I'm gonna try and do this in order, everyone. So
guys, we have 15 minutes, so we'll try to get through that.
Awesome. So first question's from Jake Fawns, and he's asking, can we ask Jim, how do you work on swing and hip rotation personally?
Okay, so swing is a byproduct of lower half drive, right? So I always try to get the lower half proper, and then you don't rotate until your front heel, not front foot, front heel gets into the ground. That's why you always hear great hitting coaches are in a big league game. You guys hear the hitting coaches yelling, get your front foot down, get your front foot down, right? Yeah. All right, that's it. It's get your front foot down, then everything will follow. You get into problems when you rotate before your front foot gets out, or you get too crazy at the ball because it looks big and then we jump. So the drive to rotation is the most important. You have to sink it, and it's synced with your front foot. You got anything on that one?
No, I think you said it right.
Awesome.
Biggest thing.
So I got the next questions from Chase and Chloe. And by the way, Gab, good to see you again. Chase and Chloe are wondering, how hard should you go on an 8-year-old? I'm trying to figure out how much is too much, but he's a pretty tough kid.
He'll tell you. Just continually provide him opportunity, and then don't be aggro lawnmower parent. I call them lawnmower parents. They come in and they mow down any problem for little Johnny, right? Don't be that parent. Just sign him up for the camps, do all the stuff. He'll tell you whether he doesn't want to go, and you'll, as a parent, know whether he's just being lazy and you got to give him a little push, or he's like, hey, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. It's kind of a give and take.
All right,
This is a guy right here that pushed. I mean, I pushed hard, but we've had Jordan since he was, a little guy, and I mean, he pushed one of the hardest workers, he can tell you. And his dad's crazy, by the way. He's around here somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, I'll let you guys know for that question. Like, for me, I got a lot of hard. My dad was hard on me. That's that's the nicest thing I can say about him. But I would not be here today if it wasn't for that man. My dad's been awesome, and just for me, I finally realized he just cared. He cared. He wanted me to succeed, not only as a baseball player, but as a human being. He just wanted what was best for me, and I think sometimes kids just don't see that, and they just gotta continue to remind them of that.
Speaking of the devil, there he is. He can't get out of the damn cage and throw flips. He's over there. Look at him. Look at JC. He's one of the best people that we have with Bill. He's been with us forever. He's supported us. He and I have butted heads many a times because he's trying to learn, and everybody's opinionated, and we just work through that. But bottom line is it's healthy debate, and that's the key. When you're a parent, make sure you have healthy debate with your coaches, not accusation or reactive debate. Right? We're all human beings at the end of the day. But yeah, there he is. Freaking
Help it out. Helping out, little brother.
No problem, Jake. Okay, guys, so next question's from Roddy Jacks. He's asking, as a batter, what do you recommend for top hand and elbow position, high/middle, and why?
All right, so here's your great question. Don't mess with your elbow position, your hand position, all of that. Get your lower half correct, and your hand position and your elbow position will actually follow, because if you are balancing your lower half, the upper half where the bat is will automatically, subconsciously balance out where your lower half position. If you try to move your upper half, then it gets your lower half out of sync and then you're off. So what I always do is I tell guys to sit here, close your eyes, feel good about where you're going to be. Not hitting wise, but where do I feel most balanced? And for me, it's going to be right here, right? So, we have a bat here. Yeah. So, I'm gonna do it right here. So, I do this in big league camp, right? I just tell guys and I go, okay, you're having issues, close your eyes, right? And they're like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, I'm serious, all right? So, put the bat right here, where you feel comfortable, where your feet, okay, boom. Now, move your hands around to where you feel most comfortable with that bat. Some guys might be here, some guys might be wrapped based upon how your body is, but also once you join this, look at the pitcher. So for me, I'm going to be about right here, right? And this is where I feel most comfortable. Now if you look at that, right, I'm going to stand up and look. If you look, right, back up so you can see my feet. My feet are pretty close. We don't start wide, right? Wide is not balanced when you have forward movement. This is pretty balanced right here when you're going to go. Also with your barrel, you have to think about the barrel, right? Barrel, right? How are we going to balance the barrel? So if we have a high elbow, how are we balancing the barrel? Most likely it flattens the barrel. That's why you don't see high elbow guys like this, right? A lot of times it flattens the barrel. When we have low elbow guys and low hands guys, sometimes they're kind of flat, but they might wrap a little more. You see a lot of this action when they're low hands guys, it's wrapped more this way. And that might not necessarily be wrong. I mean, you got anything on that?
I think it's like you said in the beginning, it's a natural move. Don't overthink it, so to speak. There might be things down the way that you might want to change, but for the most part, like Jim said, it's natural. Whatever you have, that's what it's going to be. But if your lower half is off, I mean, it throws everything off. I mean, I 100% believe in that.
Here's a hit a like for us right now. If you're sick and tired of hitting guys that you have or that you see, or the hitting industry telling you it's cookie cutter and this is how you do it without even seeing you, right? I get so sick and tired of seeing seeing lessons where these guys come in, hitters come in, and they change it before you even start, or pitchers, right? It's like, how do you not know that works for that guy, right? Because he's smaller, like me. You might have a bigger guy. You might have a guy with more expertise or experience. You might have a guy who's working more on power, or maybe there's a little injury, or he's left foot dominant. There's so many things, and that's why you have to really think about lower half balance. Don't worry about the upper half so much. You take care of the lower half. The upper half follows that. If I have a good lower half, my upper half's not going to be like this, people. right? I'm not going to sit here if I have a good lower half and all of a sudden just start doing some crazy stuff or rapping. As long as I have a good loadout, my upper half and swing follow. Am I right?
Yeah, your hand's naturally just gonna get in the slot.
Yeah, it just goes
because
right
you're
in the
gonna.
slot.
What do you try to do with this? The ball in the air. So at some point you'll find like, okay, I gotta go swing. So you'll rotate the baseball, and if everything lower half matched up, you're on time. You do the correct moves, the linear movement's correct. Like Jim said, everything will just naturally follow to the zone.
All right, next question, guys.
All right, got 2 questions right now. We're gonna hit up